We're over in U-City right now. We're in an attic looking at an air handler. Over here on the right is the return side. The left is the supply side. So what we're going to do with this one is we'll pull this air handler out. I'm going to try to get an air handler that'll fit in the existing space. If we can't get this one to fit in the existing space, we may have to do some new ductwork, probably to the supply side here. So we'll pull this air handler out, set our new one in place. We'll put a new pan down on the ground. We're going to have to put walkboards down up here for us to work on. New pan down on the ground. Condensate drain lines will just reattach to their copper lines that come out of the pan right there, and then they run over to the wall over here underneath this electrical stuff. Refrigerant lines can stay. We'll reuse those. They're sized plenty big enough. They come out of the unit, run up to the ceiling, and then run down that wall right by the condensate drain lines. Disconnect box will get changed out, so they currently have a fused disconnect box here that runs into, I don't know if that's a controller or that's just a junction box, and then into the air handler. This is an AC only air handler. All of my supply runs here are 8-inch and 10-inch, and they're not insulated, so we'll bring some insulation, some sheets of insulation to wrap those. And then there's 1, 2, 3 more over on that side that need to be wrapped. Everything else is already insulated. Gonna have to hook a light up somewhere up here. I don't know if we can come off the junction box that's for the air handler itself. Depends on U-City code. And then we'll put a safety wet switch underneath the unit. The old unit's going to have to get disassembled and go through that hole. That's the return scuttle hole right there. So we'll take this unit apart and push it down the hole, and then our new one should be able to fit up through the existing hole. So that should be everything up here as of now. So here's our breaker panel. It's a Kraus & Heinz load center. There's all your catalog information. We have a double 50 amp breaker for the outdoor condenser, and then a double 15 for the air handler that's in the attic. We're going to pull this unit out. We'll set our new unit in its place. We'll put a pad underneath it, some feet on the unit itself to get everything nice and level. Our refrigerant lines will be reused. We'll just pressure test them and flush them. And then the insulation going up the wall looks good. We can reuse that. We'll just re-insulate from this lower bracket here back into the system. So 10 foot of insulation should be enough. We'll do a new disconnect box there on the wall with a new electrical line going into the unit. And then let's see here, everything should fit in this space. You can see where the refrigerant lines and everything come out of the ceiling there. That should be